Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. So recently we set up the Dutch style tank. It's my first ever Dutch style aquascape. It's been doing really well. If you did not see that video, I'll leave a link on the top of the screen right now and check that out. Check that video out first before you watch this one. In that video we didn't really go over the technique of the aquarium because I want to do that in a separate video because there's actually quite a lot of technique to this aquarium. So let me turn the camera around and then we'll talk about the equipment and the technique. Okay, before we get into the technique, let's just do a quick update on the plant growth. First of all, the Hemianthus Cuba is doing really well, spreading nicely everywhere. On the sides, the S. repens is growing really fast as well. Behind that, the Rotala bonsai, that one, it's also doing really good. Hygrophila Araguaia is doing well. The Pogostemon helferi, this one in the middle, is not showing that much growth yet. Alternanthera reineckii is doing well. Again, Rotala bonsai is doing well. Behind it, those three stumps here, those three, that's the Pogostemon erectus. It's also not showing that much growth yet. This is the Ammannia pedicelatta golden. So I've trimmed this one right back and now there's little small shoots starting to appear everywhere. So that one's doing good as well. And then in the back, first off in the corner we have the Ludwigia arcuata. It's doing good. Proserpinaca palustris, doing good. What is this one again? Oh yeah, this one is the Didiplis diandra. It's also doing good. And then we have the Rotala atra, also doing good. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this aquarium every day, so sometimes you don't really see the growth. But then if you look at pictures from day one, it's actually 10 days old now. I didn't say that. It's 10 days old. So if you look at a picture from day one, then there's definitely been some significant growth already. Anyway, let's continue with the, let's start with the technique. Alright, first of all, let's talk about the stand, because I'm actually proud to say that I've built this myself. I'm not a builder by any means, and I'm not gonna get too close, but yeah, I've built a stand by myself, because if some of you might remember, this aquarium used to be on our dinner table right here, over there in the corner. Now that's all fun and games until you have people coming over and like asking, why do you guys have an aquarium sitting on the dinner table? And it's like, maybe we need to build a stand for it. So yeah, I just simply build a stand from some scrap wood. I'll overlay some footage of the of how I built it. It's nothing special. So that's the stand. So let's talk about the aquarium itself. The aquarium is from Beta Aquarius. It's a Portuguese brand. This was the aquarium that I used for the INTAQO competition. It measures 40 centimeters from left to right. It's 30 centimeters high and it's 30 centimeters deep as well. So it holds about 36 liters, if I'm correct. So it's quite a small aquarium. So yeah, it's 36 liters. The filter that I'm using is the external canister filter. This is the JBL Crystal Profi E701 green line. I've had this filter for I think 3 years now already. Really happy with it. It's super quiet. It's nice and powerful. I've attached the filter to some lily pipes. These are lily pipes from Planted Box. Really nice quality. There's no logo on it, which I actually quite like. Makes it really clean. Okay, and then the light unit. This is a new light from a company called Lumen. Light for aquascaping. And this product was gifted to me by the company INTAQO, together with some other product for this aquarium. And for that we have to open the cabinet here. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a controller. Now from the front it just looks like a dosing pump, and I'm actually using it as a dosing pump as well. In the Dutch style tank I'm using this all-in-one liquid fertilizer from Planted Box. So this device here is not just a regular dosing pump. It's actually a aquarium controller, I would call it. It controls my pH, it controls my CO2 system, it controls the light, the liquid fertilizer. So the CO2 system is here. It's the 2 kilogram brush size bottle with the CO2 art regulator. I'll put links to all the products in the description, guys, so you can check it out when you have time. So everything is connected to this controller. The temperature as well actually monitors the temperature of the aquarium, and the whole device is operated with a smartphone app. Super nice. So let's take a look at that smartphone app. Okay, so let's just dive into the app from the controller, and then I can show you everything that you can do with it and why I think it's quite cool, it's quite unique. So let's open the app. So this is the home screen. You see the picture from the tank. This is day 1. So we have light schedule, we have water temperature, we have CO2 control. Then we see the 2 pumps. We see the planted box and VMI. So pump 1 is for this aquarium right here, the planted box. And pump 2 is for the aquarium behind me, the 70 liter Scapers tank. So I have 2 tanks running on this one controller basically. And then below that there's a reminder for us to calibrate the pH probe. So let's just start with the light schedule. So there's 2 channels here, channel 0 and channel 1. So we can run 2 lights on this controller. I'm only using one of these channels, and that's channel 0. So if you click on the light schedule, you see that the intensity is right now at 40%, and it's 40% for the entire lighting period basically. But we can really manipulate the lighting period to whatever we like. Let's just tap on that, and then we see the different days of the week, Monday to Sunday. So today is Tuesday. If you just click on Tuesday, so it starts at midnight. That's all 1%. Sorry, it's all 0%, 0%, 0%. My light schedule starts at 12, because between 12 and 1 is ramping up all the way to 40%. So it's quite a slow ramp, and then it's 40% from 1 o'clock until 7. And then from 7 o'clock it's very slowly ramping down till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock we usually go to bed, so by then the lights are off. So we can manipulate this schedule to whatever we like, but yeah, this is my schedule, and it's the same for every day of the week. Now go back. We have the water temperature. Now we can't click on that. It just shows the current temperature of the water. There's no heater attached to it or something. It just shows us the current water temperature. So that's quite simple, but still nice to have. And then the next one, the CO2 control. This one is quite interesting. This is completely new for me. I've never seen anything like this. I know that there are a lot of CO2 systems that have this CO2 control and the pH probe and whatever, but I'm quite new to this kind of system. So right now we see the current pH level of the water is 6.41, and the CO2 system is switched on. You can see that as well. The diffuser is producing bubbles. So the CO2 is turned on. So if we click on that, now just like the light schedule, we have a similar schedule for the CO2. It's a little bit different layout, but if you click on today, it's the same again, starting at midnight, and my CO2 starts at 11 o'clock. And then from 12 o'clock all the way up until 6, it's on automatic, and that just means that the pH probe is measuring the pH of the water, and according to the pH is adding more CO2 or less. So if we go back, I've set my pH settings to a minimum pH level of 6.2 and a maximum pH level of 6.3. So as soon as the pH is reaching 6.2, the CO2 system will shut off, and it will only turn back on once the pH is back to 6.3. So this is what I really like about this aquarium controller, the pH settings. So this way we should have a very stable pH, and I think that's going to give us a very stable aquarium overall, and it should give us very little algae issues as well. And then lastly we have the pumps. So we have pump 1 planted box, that's for this aquarium right here. So on the back of the aquarium here, I have a small bit of tubing, and every day or every other day at 12 o'clock, the pump is dosing 3 milliliters of that liquid fertilizer into the aquarium. So even the liquid fertilizer here is automated, which I think is pretty cool. Every day or every other day it will dose the exact amount of liquid fertilizer that we need. And we can see how much is left in the bottle. Right now it's a bottle of 1 liter and there's 876 milliliters left in the bottle. So it's really precise. So with this controller, it does mean that there's some little bit of extra equipment visible in the tank. So over there on the corner you see the pH probe. That thing is a bit of an eyesore, but hopefully the plants will start growing. The Ludwigia and the Proserpinaca will start growing and cover up the probe so we don't see it anymore. But yeah, I'm just curious how this, how having this controller will affect the aquarium overall, if it will run more stable, if it will have less algae. So time will tell, I guess. So that's it for the little preview of the INTAQO controller. Guys, let me know in the comments if you ever used some sort of system like this, if you used automated CO2 systems. I've never used anything like it, so I'm still very new to all this high-tech equipment. So I'm very curious to see how it's going to affect the aquarium overall, if it's going to be extra stable, less algae, I don't know, let's see. Anyway, I'll leave the link to the INTAQO website in the description box below. Definitely check them out as well, give them some love. So yeah, that's it for the equipment of this Dutch style aquascape. Guys, if you have any questions about the equipment, just drop them in the comments. Always answer all your comments. I'll keep you guys posted on the progress of the plant growth. Hopefully in a few weeks we'll have a nice lush Dutch style aquascape. Guys, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.